In this video, we'll review the assignment problem. Last class, we saw the transportation problems where we say that we have production sites that we want to send product to distribution warehouses, and we're going to be looking forward to optimally transport those goods. Regarding assignments, here instead of having production sites, what we have are people, plants, machines, and we want them to perform different tasks, jobs, or operations. Our assumptions are the problem must be balanced. That means that the number of assignees must be equal to the number of tasks. Regarding the assignation assumption, each assignee is assigned only to one task, and each task should be performed by only one assignee. Regarding cost, we're going to be working with total cost associated with the assigned cost that performs a task. And our objective is to determine how to make the n assignments to minimize the total cost. Let's work with a prototype example. The Job Shop company, they have purchased 3 new machines, and they have 4 locations where they want to install them. Our objective is to assign these new machines to the available locations, looking forward to minimize the total cost of material handling. That means we're going to be working with a mathematical model of assigning machines into locations assignments. Our estimated cost per unit is given in table 825. It shows the handling cost of material in each of the machines for each location. Now we have 2 main restrictions. Location 2 is not suitable for machine 2. That means location 2 is not suitable for machine 2. And that's where we have an M. So no cost is provided. It is assigned a very large cost M in order to avoid the optimal solution. We also have to fulfill the balance assumption. So a dummy machine for D has been introduced in order to balance the whole equation. 4 machines, 4 locations. Although the assignment problem has a similar structure with the model of transport problem, we have different mathematical models. In the transport problem, our mathematical problem is with origins to destinations, while in the assignment problems, the mathematical model is assignee to assignments task. Now, main difference on how the assignment problem uses the decision variables is that decision variables are binary. That means they either have a value of 1 or 0, and they represent decisions such as yes or no. This is the way we're going to be solving an assignment problem in Excel. And if you see, we have here our binary variables. Okay, so the first part, we're going to have our total cost of handling. This is going to be per hour. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3 machines plus the 4th dummy machines. So we have 4 machines, 4 locations. Also, we're going to have assignees. We have 1 machine, okay, assignee, and our assignment is going to be of 1 location also. Here, the formulation in the Excel spreadsheet is the same as the transportation problem. Only now supplies, assignees, and demands are equal 1. Okay, and that demand constraint or restriction would be using less equal instead of less. So we got to be careful with our restrictions. We run Solver, and then we got a total cost. Remember to use the minimum for this. This table summarizes main difference between transportation and assignment problems. In transportation, the mathematical model it's focused into what would be supply demand. It determines shipments, while the assignments works with assignee and task, and it determines assignments. Our cost in transportation, it's units cost, while in assignment we use total cost. Decision variables are greater or equal to 0 in transportation, while in assignments are binary. They go from 1 to 0. In transportation, we can separate production, okay? While in assignment, we cannot separate any of these sources. We cannot separate people, we cannot break a machine in two, or things like that. This is a second problem called the Better Product Company problem. The company has 3 plants with available production capacity, and they want to use this available production in order to manufacture 4 new products. Table 827 gives us the main information where we have plants 1 to 3, their available capacity, and then our unit cost in order to produce different products, and how much will be demanded. Now, we can solve this from 2 points of view. The first one, we're going to allow product separation. That means as a transportation problem. And the second one, we're not going to be allowing product separation. That means we're going to solve it as an assignment problem. Let's go first for option 1, product separation. So we have to translate first table 827 into 828. Okay, here we have 2 main considerations to do. Plant 2 cannot manufacture product 3. Okay, so it is solved using a very large unit cost M to avoid it. It could be 100. The other one is that the available capacity is not balanced with the production. Okay, so in order to make this balance come, we include a dummy destination equals 75. That way, we're going to have 195 supply and 195 demand. So we include this information in our solver. We have the unit cost table. Okay, remember we have these restrictions, so we're giving a high cost, 100. Our supply is directly included, and also our demand. We just run solver. Remember to consider to minimize. Our changing variables is going to be the area with the dark gray. Okay, we have 2 main restrictions, and we run it. Okay, and we're going to get a minimum cost of 3,260. The same problem can be solved as a non-product separation. That means an assignment problem. Here, table 827 will be translated into table 829. Because table 827 has unit cost and we need total cost in assignment, we're going to be multiplying each unit cost. For example, 41 times 20 will give us 820. 40 times 20 will give us the 800, and 37 times 20 will give us the 740. Now, another consideration is that plant 3 has a very little additional capacity. So we're going to divide these 2 plants in 2. So we're going to have plant 1A, plant 1B, 2A, and 2B. That way, we're going to be balancing a little bit more what we can offer per each plant, and we can say that plant 3 will be more or less same than plant 1. Now, in Excel, instead of opening this in plant 1A and plant B, we translate it into supply 2 for plant 1, supply 2 for plant 2, and plant 3 stays as supply 1. Our unit cost is converted into total cost, okay? And our total cost is going to be the multiplication of this total cost times the assignment that we got here. So in Solver, we choose minimize. Our changing variable is going to be the area with the dark gray. And here we have 4 main restrictions. The first one is we're saying that the total assigned should be equal to the total assignment assignee. Also, here instead of putting a value of 100, okay, we're leaving it blank. And what we're doing is we're saying that we want E20, this cell, to be equal 20. Then we say that supply should be less or equal to assignments, and also we're going to separate it, the first part for plant 1 and plant 2, and then the next one for plant 3. We solve, and we're going to get a total cost of 3,290, that it's more or less the same that we got before. Finally, just to mention that most of the information that was presented in this video comes from chapter 8.3, the assignment problem, from chapter of transportation and assignment problems of the Introduction to Operations Research from Frederick Hillier and Gerald Lieberman. Thank you very much.